Hi, Dr. Anita, and welcome back. In the last few videos, we've been thinking through our sleep, but today we're going to consider the area of dreaming. And you may have noticed that you or your family members have suddenly increased the amount of dreaming that you're experiencing. We go through 90-minute cycles in our sleep, from being awake to slightly sleepy, right the way through to the phase that's known as REM or REM. And that is the phase where we tend to dream. And even if you think you don't dream, if you're in the REM phase, then you are all dreaming. But not everybody wakes up from that and remembers that they were actually dreaming at that time. So what is the purpose of dreaming or that particular phase? Well, number one is information processing. And that is the area of putting your memories together or bits of information from your day in the midst of your dreaming, so that it's wiring your brain to make these memories be a bit solidified in your mind. Secondly is the emotional processing that tends to happen as well in that phase. And that's the unprocessed emotions that's overflowing into your nighttime and into that phase of dreaming. And thirdly is the area of spiritual processing. And that's where, like Joseph in the Bible, God's getting your attention to tell you something about you, your family, or even about some other situation. So those are the three possible reasons why dreaming can happen. But why at this time is the dreaming going up? Well, firstly is the area of the survival mode that's coming from the back part of our brain that's firing off the fear response. And that's leading to extra emotions of fears and worries. And so extra processing that's tending to happen in our dream life. Now, secondly is the area of the big changes and adjustments we've had to make in a really short period of time. And as a result, we're all catching up. And so it's natural to overflow into our dream life. And then thirdly is the area of not needing to wake up to an alarm. In fact, we are tending, hopefully, to get more sleep than we were before. And so we will likely have a natural wake up and lead to greater recall of the dreams that we've had in the night before. So what do we do once we remember these dreams, or if they're kind of rattling around in our minds even as we're waking up through the next day? Well, it's thinking through what types of dreams they are. Are they literal dreams where you remember bits of information from your day that's now overflowing into your nighttime? Or are they around the emotional processing where it's a little bit bizarre, unusual, and they tend to be a bit metaphorical and symbolic of what you're going through? Or possibly it's the area of unprocessed distress, the higher levels of emotions that you're feeling, like fear or worry, or even past difficult issues that are now coming to the forefront. Then there's the pizza dreams you may have heard of, which is just literally illogical fragments of here and there that don't make any sense, and actually in some ways you can just bin. But how do we even figure out which one of those the dreams are? And I would say, number one, start off with getting your journal out when you wake up. And if you're remembering that you've had a dream, then straight away write down the details, from your emotions to different aspects of the dream that you can recall. Because as you're writing, the processing starts to happen that may be lingering on from the day before and the night before, and it's helping you move forward and wiring your brain back together. Then secondly, I would suggest finding someone you trust to talk through the dream. And hopefully this is someone that you know and knows you well, because in firstly sharing it with that person, they can help you see aspects of yourself that maybe you don't see, to help you process the particular dream that's coming to the forefront. But the advantage of talking to someone about it is the increase of oxytocin, which is a great hormone that soothes the survival instinct and brings down those other emotions that might be a bit more distressing at this particular time. But apparently, in sharing with someone, it's also known that the other person listening feels much more connected to you and empathic. And all of this is a great advantage for possibly the children in your homes and in your families right now if they're having nightmares. So the third thing I wanted to recommend is praying, because there is a mystery to dreams that we may not get to the bottom of. And so there's a processing that might be beyond you in your journaling or the other person you're talking to that is a bit more divine and requires a greater help that's beyond all of us at this particular time. So I hope you find that helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But in the meantime, stay well and see you soon.